boys and girls, I got some true stories to tell. You back up.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Raiders at 11-5 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, now Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Dorsett making the catch. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. A 2-yard gain. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. At their own 22-yard line. Rams will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's Jacobs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 8-yard line.
Adams, the man in motion left. Second down and goal. Garoppolo. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
It's 3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal. The ball at the 10. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
A 21-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, we did, in fact, get our first points of the game on the field goal attempt. Just, maybe not the way that we expected with a return the other direction.
And right now, you know what's popping into my brain? That adage every coach says to us, if you block a kick and score off of it, 95% of the time, your team wins the game. I can't quantify the numbers, but it certainly seems to work out that way.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Crowder. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Raiders 0.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Dropped incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and then a wind up for 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It's Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for another Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go, here we go.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
A gain of 13 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
22 yards. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. John Hightower now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's got room past the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Toney. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Raiders 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Toward the pylon, caught. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? drive now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Garoppolo on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Adams, the man in motion right.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
But doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, gun. I got this. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Slot man moves right. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Garoppolo now. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Garoppolo again. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Open man, that's Renfro. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo. And they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive. And now here is another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Gun, he'll hand this off. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Oh, now whistles. And unless he was drawn off, and I don't think he was, this is going to be a first down. A pretty large mental mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give them a first down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You've got to be careful.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,